So how do you live within the world and still have a detachment from the world? How do you have a healthy relationship with work and life and all the responsibilities that you have, and yet not have this kind of attachment towards it? There's the most prominent kind of story in Indian history, which is this Mahabharat, the great battle. And Mahabharat, which is written down in the Gita, tells us quite a lot about how to work in this way. How do we perform our duties? And in the beginning of this battle, the head of one of the armies is Arjun. He is the main fighter, the warrior, and his chariot is being ridden by the Lord Krishna. And Arjun is going through this big debate and dilemma within his life, which is, how do I battle the people on the other side, because I know all those people. My brothers are there. My teacher is there. My family members are on that side. And so he says, I can't do this. I can't fight this battle. And so he says, I need to walk away from this battle. Krishna consoles him by saying, yes, this battle exists, but you have to play your part. You have to play your part in this game. He says that if your body creates some sort of ailment, some sort of problem, it isn't a sin to take that part of your body and remove that. If your body creates a virus, if your body creates some sort of infection, to cut that infection out of your body isn't a sin. In fact, that's what needs to be done. And he says that the opposite are infecting the country of India right now. The way that they're behaving is an infection towards India. And you will have no sin by actually taking those things out. That you need to play your part. This is your role. Your role and your story has been written to be on this part of the battle, this side of the battle. And on that side of the battle is their story. This is what you have to do in order to play your game. You can't run away from this story. And that same thing can be applied in our life. This is the life that we've been given. And the life that we've been given says, I need food, I need shelter. And food and shelter don't come for free, so I have to go and earn that. And in order to earn that, I have to go perform certain duties. Now, if you can start to understand that this is all part of a story, this is all part of a game, and the game has to be played, you cannot get away from it. Even if you say, I'm going to leave my job, even if you say, I'm going to own my own farm, I'm going to grow my own food so I don't have to go to any shops and I don't have to buy anything, I don't have to earn any money. Even if you do that, you still got to get up every morning, you still got to plow the fields, you got to sow the seeds, you got to work the land, and you got to go and reap the harvest. Either way, you're going to have to do the hard work. That means that this body will survive for as long as it's meant to survive. So that's just part of the game. And hukam means that you accept the game as it is, not that you struggle against the game. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said that the biggest thing that we need to do is we need to accept hukam. The reality is, this is the world as it is. Can you see it for what it is, which is a temporary thing? It's going to pass, but it's a game. Imagine yourself in a game of chess. You're not in control of where you're going to go next and when the opponent is going to come and take you. You don't know. But as long as you're on that chessboard, you have to play the game. So that's how we have to see life. That this is all part of a game that we don't really get a say in. In fact, we're not even here. Gurbani has talked about our life being a stage, and we are just puppets. And a puppet means that we're not the one playing the game. The puppet is the one being controlled. So right now, life that happens to look in the form of you needs to do certain things in order for that story to happen. And this is part of our story. We just have to live this way. We just have to get up and we have to carry on with life. But the thing is to not get attached to this life. We don't have to get attached to any of these things. We don't have to identify with our job. This is something that this body has been trained to do. This mind has educated itself in order to do this job. It's not I. I is something that is permanent. You are not your body. You are not your job. You are not your roles. You are not your parents or your children. You are not any of those things. You are something that is beyond the day that you were born and the day that you will die. You are beyond that. And what we always do is we think that God is something that's far away. But no, ikonkar means that you are beyond birth. You are beyond death. That's what the whole Mool Mantra is trying to tell us. You are not your mind, you are not your body, you're not your roles and responsibilities. They're there, but that's not you.